Oh, right. We need to ask people to unmute right now. Hang on. Let me ask you to unmute. Ask to unmute. There you go.
Thank you. All these new procedures, right? So I know people who've seen me in these open circles know I did FOM, and that's February Album Writing Month, and it's a songwriting challenge, and it's also a community that is every bit as welcoming and fun as the Filk community. I'm really glad I found it. So every year I try to add new skills with FOM. It's one of the things to do besides just trying to get to be a better songwriter. And this year I started working on trying to create actual recordings with soundtracks in the back. And this is one of my FOM experiments that I'm particularly pleased with. It's called Derelict. So this is a backing track that I made. When there's nothing to hear but your life pod, and there's nothing to see but stars, when there's no sign of a rescue squad, just a readout screen counting the hours. You don't believe, but you say, oh God. And you never wrote your memoirs. The stars spin their alien beauties. You think what you haven't done yet. Were you derelict in conscience or duties? Ha ha! Derelict, get it? There's no one to get it. No one to hear your jokes or your pleas. It's too easy to count each regret. No point, you set up the beacon. Make a record, speak your goodbyes. Make an end the same way you begun, and hope for rescue instead of demise. There's naught left but to push the button. Slow sleep while there's breath, while your life pod flies. And my cat did not believe that I was lost in space. I don't think she approves of me giving concerts, but that's too bad.
It did not compute.
Pardon?
I said it did not compute. For those who remember the original series.
So this is another of my FOM songs. dreamed about those heroes in costumes so sublime, out on the rooftops catching crooks and stopping crime. I've got a fear of heights and I can't throw a single punch, but I dreamt of wearing spandex even though I like to munch. I didn't talk about those dreams, they're too dear to me to jest, and I feared the bitter aftertaste of dreams left unexpressed. I gazed at all the cosplay when I went to my first con. I brought some plastic bracers, couldn't help but put them on. You should get yourself a costume, said the man in the next booth, but they didn't have my size, and I had to face the truth. I'm just not made for cosplay, I said, feeling sad and stressed, filled with the bitter aftertaste of dreams left unexpressed. A passing girl said, nonsense, you just have to make your own. She was dressed just like Daenerys, ready to take the Iron Throne. She was chubby and lopsided. She was shaped a lot like me. I don't know how to sew, I sighed, you can learn, she said gently. She offered to teach me, so at the next con I'd be dressed. She must have known the aftertaste of dreams left unexpressed. She lent me a machine and off shopping we did go, and with her patient lessons I slowly learned to sew. We shared daydreams and giggles and chatted on the phone, and finally I could say with pride I made it on my own. The emblem skewed, it showed my fat, its imperfections manifest. But I've lost the bitter aftertaste of dreams left unexpressed. And the next one will be better, I have made that my new quest. I don't need the bitter aftertaste of dreams left unexpressed. Yes, I reject the bitter aftertaste of dreams left unexpressed. Thank you. And then I figure for the next song, Phil Ontario's just not right without a Peter Cox guitar. And he told me he made this one with the little triangle pointing up at the moon shape to represent a spaceship going to the moon, because he knew he was going to be bringing it to Phil Ontario and hoping to sell it there, which indeed he did. And this is a song for all of you. Well, they say the con is over, but we're not ready to be done. Before we all must go home, we're still looking for more fun. They're packing up the art show, and the soda's mostly gone. But there's still time for songs and hugs before we really must move on. So sing me one more song, and I'll sing one just for you. And if you'll all sing along, we'll be smiling when we're through. You can store your bags at the desk or stack them over there. Pull out your harps and guitars and grab an empty chair. The people in the back are telling tales of hours gone by, and some are selling CDs before they say goodbye. So sing me one more song, and I'll sing one just for you. And if you'll all sing along, we'll be smiling when we're through. They call it a dead dog fill, though it seems alive to me. My favorite people sharing love that all can hear and see. And when we finally drive away, we'll hold each other in our hearts until the deeply longed for day when the next convention starts. So sing me one more song, and I'll sing one just for you. And if you'll all sing along, we'll be smiling when we're through. Yes, if you